Hello, everyone. Sorry for the black screen. I had a little bit of a tech issue, but thank you for joining me, your host, Dominique Rivera, the Aquarius, here on Divine Encounters. I am the Oracle of Apollo, and today, of course, I have for you a spectacular supernatural story time unlike no other. But of course, before we get into the nitty gritty, I invite you to drink water before this broadcast and, of course, during the divine experience as well, as this helps transition energy through the body. And of course, I always drink to your health and to your prosperity. And don't forget, today you have the opportunity to win a personal angel channel message from your angels, particularly if you shared last Sunday's feed to 5 groups. So be present at the end of today's segment and see who the winner is as well. And thank you everybody for being here today. I live stream every Sunday and Wednesday. Good evening, Donna. Thank you for being here. I am live streaming every Sunday and Wednesday night with you guys. And every Sunday night, I do your horoscopes. And every Wednesday night, I bring you a different supernatural story time. Make sure you guys are liking this page, like Divine Encounters, right here on Facebook. You can go ahead and subscribe on YouTube. And if you're watching us on any TV platform, go ahead and put this into your reminders now. And if you enjoy sitting here and talking to me semi-weekly, go ahead and join my group, meetup.com/Awaken Philadelphia. I have plenty of free things for you guys to do. Come, and I'm inviting you in, and come and learn with me, and we'll have a great and fantastic time. And if you have your own supernatural story time that you want to share, don't be shy. Go ahead and email me at divineencounters@e360tv.com, and I will send you an intake form and see if your story can be here on the show. And right now, I am looking for sponsors. So if you have a service or a promo, feel free to email me, and we'll get you here on the show, fully inclusive, of course. And if you are enjoying this show, please feel free to throw us a tip in the tip jar, as this helps our show continue forward. And without further ado, I'm going to be bringing on for you guys tonight a beautiful and talented friend of mine who's going to be sharing with you guys all about her memorable womb. Please throw your hearts up right there on the screen. You know how we love the hearts and the little candle emojis to bring love and light to the feed. Go ahead, let's see those now. Bring up the vibe, because here comes Anita Mayberry. Anita, you're here.
I am. Thank you so much, my love, for having me on. It's an honor and a pleasure. I'm so humbled and so blessed to be here with you tonight.
Thank you. And Anita's actually in the hot seat today because she's usually on the other side. And today I get to do all the questions and she gets to do all the answers. And Anita's had me on her podcast, Angel Air, a while back. So I couldn't help but invite her here into Divine Encounters, as she has shown me all of so many beautiful stories and experiences that she's had. So I can't wait till she tells you guys her journey. And before we get into that, Anita, why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do?
I always feel like that question has a jam-packed answer to it, but overall, I'm a spiritual life coach. I really, really enjoy helping souls, reach a place of all love and self-worth, self-acceptance, and just allowing their souls to walk in this life with their own freedom and their own peace. And so I do a lot of work with the inner child, or the inner children work, that we all carry with us, I feel guided to say, from the time of birth. So I've been doing this for about over 10 years, and I'm just very grateful and humbled to be here and to help humanity. And yeah, I'm just so happy to be here. If we can help one person along the way, everything that we've been through as healers, completely worth it. So yeah, sparkle on.
Sparkle, sparkle on, guys. That's absolutely beautiful. And it's so true because we don't know what impact that leaves. Like the same way a bee comes and it takes the pollen back to the hive, but collectively, wow, what an amazing thing that does. So if we were all bees, how much beauty and growth we could additionally give to the world just by pollinating one little flower.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think it has a lot to do with, wiring and programming and imprints, which, we can get into later, but, just helping yourself really live you and your authentic self, right? Really loving every aspect, every layer of who you are. And when you do that, you flourish and you expand and you explore and you really figure out what makes you happy. And I think that's one of the biggest questions we can ask ourselves, especially during this time with everything going on globally right now. So, yeah, loving all the work right now.
Yes. What makes you happy? That's a great question. And speaking of great questions, and that's actually good advice as well, we're going to begin our segment, which you guys already know, with the good news. So, what's good? Okay, here we are, ladies and gents, with the good news. I like to start every feed with the good news, just letting you guys know what's happening for the energy for the collective week. And I know you guys like my Siri voice so much, so here we go too. The card we have in front of us today is Portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards. Wild card. Doors are opening for you. Your thoughts are extra powerful for you right now. Planets are aligning. The timing is right. The universe is saying yes. You have the Midas touch. Your hard work is being rewarded. This is a time when you can reap the rewards for your efforts made in the past. It's also a time when you can achieve a lot. Great leaps can be made. Extreme transformation can occur. Great distances can be traveled in a short space of time. You are swimming with the cosmic current of life. What experience would you like to have? What do you want to create? What new adventure would you like to manifest? Don't lose focus. Use this moment in time wisely. Be conscious and clear with your emotions and thinking. Projects that you've been working on are coming to fruition. Things are in full bloom. It's time to take your harvest and taste your well earned fruits. When this card comes up in a spread, it's sure sign that effortless change is possible. If you've been looking for a sign, this is your portal into the new reality. Now is the time to make big changes. If you've been guided to switch things up, you're extremely well supported right now. Use this energy and jump right on in. And the question here, let's bring Miss Anita back on. And the question here today is, what would you most like to experience? That's the question with this card. What would you most like to experience? Anita, do you have anything for us on that? What would you most like to experience?
Oh, I'm just happy that, that question is asked. I think for me, like, yeah, there's many things that as a humanitarian I want to do for the world and pull as many spiritual communities and those of the light and love together and help on a very global, huge scale, But me personally, being able to have peace in my life every day and just allow myself to ground into who I am and expand, to my highest frequency and vibration in this life. I really desire to be the best version of myself as I possibly can be while I'm here in this lifetime. So, whatever that entails, I want to do it. I want to dive in. I want to explore. Give it to me. Dish it to me. I'm ready for it. So, yeah.
I'm ready. I feel
Yay!
like SpongeBob. I'm ready. I'm
That's
ready.
right.
I love it. Love it. And Nelsida says love. Thank you, Nelsida. And that question's for you guys at home too. If you notice, every time we've been doing the good news, I press a question to you guys. But that's for also your self-development as well. And I'm on that same boat with you, Anita. I feel like I'm here to be a helper globally.
Yes,
And things are just shifting, shifting, shifting. And I'm ready for it. I'm just like, universe, the great conjunction is for
absolutely.
Age of Aquarius. This card was like planetary changes, and I'm like, how did you know?
Absolutely. When you went ahead and you read that portal card, like I got goosebumps like all through me, and I felt like I was receiving another layer of activation. So thank you so much for that card because my soul was like, yes, you were in there. You're you're going on, you're in there, you're already going through. I'm like, yeah, let's do this. Let's rock this out.
Exactly. Exactly. I love it. So, Anita, you're here to tell us what a beautiful story and memorable womb. This, the title alone, makes me go, wow. Like, okay, are you remembering the womb? Is this possible? Like, can you just tell us a little bit about how you feel like it's possible and then lead us into your story?
Yeah, so just through my personal experiences, again, I'm not here to conform. I'm not here to tell people what to do or what to believe by any means. I'm just sharing my knowledge and information and my recollection. But yeah, I believe truly that we all have experiences from the time of conception, as well as different periods of going in and out where, over time we may have blocked it. But, as we go and we do our inner homework and we do our self healing, those blockages get removed. But for me, yeah, I definitely believe that, we are born in that and we're able to see, we're able to have encounters of divine beings, as well as receiving messages while we're in there. And when I came out, I was fully aware that that was something that was imprinted in me that I'm not allowed to forget, nor would I want to, but made sure that it stuck and it stayed, so to
Yes.
speak.
Integration is very important for sure. So,
Absolutely.
were these memories something that you brought from childhood up, or was it something that you had to remove blocks in the now so that you can get to the then?
That's a very good question. So I actually remember even as a very young child, these memories of being in the womb. And they were so vivid. You just can't forget. And I was also born seeing. So for me, like I kind of had a different childhood and I didn't really feel at the time how to express that to, my parents or anybody that, I was connected with, and a little intimidated in sharing the things that I saw. But yeah, I was born into remembering, I was born into seeing, and connecting to different light sources and different beings. So yeah, for me, it was kind of just one of those things where it was just wired in me and I can't forget, and it's a part of me. And, but I do believe that as we go through this human experience, I think there's a spiritual experience and a human experience. When we go through the human experience, we reach this point where there's something inside of our soul or spirit that just really wants to break free and really just wants to be itself, again, being authentic. And when we go back to our wiring and imprints and blockages of what might be holding us back from expanding and flourishing, into our higher being, there are memories that unveil themselves and they come at the right time that we're ready to receive them. I have to say that because if we have a blockage that's removed, a memory that's removed, that's very impactful, even from our childhood, and we're not in a space to receive that, and our cup is full and we can't make room for it, it can actually do, I think, more harm than good. And
Mm.
a lot of the work that I do is really making sure souls, when they come, to receive that inner homework, that their cups are empty with that. But going back into the womb, yes, I would love to share my experience and my recollection, if that's a good time.
I think this is a great introduction to this.
Okay.
And before we get into this, how about
Yeah.
we all fill our cups and remove some blocks here with Anita? And
Yes.
then she's going to lead us right into her story. So you guys know what time it is. It's the time for the divine experience. Okay, everyone. So, what I am inviting you all to do here is to put into the comment section below, where are you energetically today? One being this is the least amount of energy I could possibly hold in myself today, and 10 being I am in my crystalline, perfected body and I am super energized and I possibly couldn't have any more energy. And it's important to notice where we begin so that way when we go through the experience itself, we know where we have come from. So we have a control number. Anita, where are you energetically now in this moment?
I mean, I feel like I'm a 9.5 ready to go to 10. So
So Anita's gonna fly off the seat when we're done this part.
Pooping it out.
I love it. So we have Nelsita's at a 7 today. Reese, hi, Luce. Reese is at a Campbell. Luce, what number are you at today? Nicole is at a 5. And just put it in the comment section below, and we're going to get real quickly, just go through some numbers here, and we're going to go ahead and jump into your 1-minute divine experience. And we do this in every show as well to help charge you up for the week on Sunday nights, and then to re-energize you on Wednesday nights because it's hump day, right? Okay, so all you guys have to do if you're holding the phone, put it down and get comfortable. Close your eyes. You have until the end of this little transition music to close your eyes and set the phone down as I open the angel portal now. Divine encounters align. Divine encounters, our life's design. Okay, Anita, you too. 1 minute on the clock and take a breath in. Everyone close their eyes. 1 minute exactly. We're going to breathe in beautiful golden energy into our energy fields and send that down into the ground, down beyond your spinal column, down, down, down to recycle and transmute what no longer serves you. On your next natural inhale in, you're going to breathe into your solar plexus. That's your stomach. That's where all of your willpower is. So breathe beautiful golden light and then exhale, release what no longer serves you. The stories or labels here do not matter. Next, natural inhale into your heart, beautiful gold light into the heart, exhaling down and out into the ground, what no longer serves you. Next, natural inhale into the third eye, that's in between the eyebrows and the seat of our intuition. And on the exhale, releasing what no longer serves you. On the next natural inhale in, right there at the crown chakra, that's above your head, and that's allowing the connection to all of your inspiration and divination. And on the exhale, what no longer serves you, bringing left and right palm together in front of the heart position in prayer position, and we bow to our practice. Thank you all. Namaste. And go ahead and gently open your eyes, and please do not stand up as the vehicle may still be in motion. Thank you all. And go ahead in the comment section below and let us know now where you're at energetically after you did your 1 minute, and if you felt any imprints, heat, cold, temperature changes, tingling, pressure, touching, anything, put it in the comment section below. Anita, where are you at from 1 to 10 energetically now? Skyrocket?
I skyrocketed, but I also feel clear. Like I even feel more clear than before. So thank you for that practice. That was lovely.
Lovely. And I am like a 9.8. I'm still climbing, so I might hit the roof. It's okay.
Yes.
I have a tall roof back here, so I think we're safe. And I feel a lot of energy just kind of coming down my energy column. Nelsita, she is up to a 9. Woohoo! Luce is at a 9 now from a 7. Good job. Reese is also up to a 9. Oh, we have a 9 party happening here today. Yeah, you guys, good job. Congratulations. Enjoy that. Make sure to remember that high quality H2O is invited here for a reason. So make sure you're drinking that to assist the connectivity. So now, while you guys are nice and up leveled, so Anita's going to start to tell us her story about her experience. I'm going to give it to you, Anita.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that, love. I do, I do, I do. So our title for tonight is called Memorable Womb. And I wanted to share this because I've had some interesting experiences when I do tell this story that some people actually have recollections, whether they're bits and pieces or actual messages that they do remember. So I'm sending out positive intentions of the highest and greatest good for all with this. So I actually remember being a soul, a spirit inside of my mom's womb. And the best way that I would like to give a visual of this is if you've ever seen the movie Avatar. It's one of my favorite movies, love Avatar. And it's basically where the lights are off on a certain essence, but it's iridescent. So there's beautiful hues coming in and out. It's almost like if you had a black light, but then like you had like the beautiful purples and the pinks, and they are just magnified. It's like you can't not see it. So seeing these colors and these spirals coming in, even around the 1 month marker, for me, I would just, take it all in, and I could actually feel the wishy-washy liquid, as you're in there in the womb and you're feeling that. And it was comforting, right? But at the same time, I had beautiful beings, and I did ask permission prior to the show tonight, if I may go ahead and read off, who came to visit me, and share that with everybody. So, Dominique, is that okay if I do that?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
I don't want to leave anybody out here, so I made my list.
I have a grounding mat under my chair, so I'm okay.
Okay, awesome, awesome. I have my sparkle book right here. I'm like, I'm ready for
Ooh.
tonight. So yeah, so when I was in there, I saw these beautiful blue beings. Some may know of these beings as being Pleiades or Pleiadians. Very loving, humanitarian beings, that are really there to help to assist humanity and to heal our souls and our spirits. And so I recollect seeing them coming in, star seeds, gotta love the star seeds, coming in their beautiful energy. The Octorians, absolutely love this beautiful being of species. They're one of the first beings that came in when I opened up my spiritual closet, which was about 10 years ago. And they came in this beautiful green hue of energy. Activating my soul and my spirit while I was growing inside of my mom's womb, and literally seeing my wiring going in and out, and just it was just an incredible experience to actually sit back with your eyes, right, not even fully developed, so they say, and getting to see all of this, coming at you and around you. Also want to mention the Bodhitarians. So Bodhitarians, they're amazing, also light beings as well. One thing I would like to share with everybody who's watching this is that, there's only a very few, a handful left in all the cosmic sectors. They're a very enlightened electrical species of being.
Mm.
So when they come in, they bring enlightened energy. So when they came in, to do that, it's kind of like grace and gratitude, as with all the beings that come in of the light source. But with them, it's kind of like, you feel very blessed. You feel very humbled that they made that journey to do that. The meridians, right? Got the beautiful meridians coming in and their beautiful energy, with the grid lines through my body and just aligning everything prior to me coming out of my mom. The Celestians. Beautiful beings as well. And also Mother Mary, I did see her come in, as well as Jesus. And so, my faith is all love, if you want to call it that. I believe in all love. That is my thing. And I just remember seeing Mother Mary coming in, and she had this energy, right? This beautiful blue hue of energy. And she just put her hands up like this. And it was almost like she was channeling the energy and sending it right into my soul. And I could feel it. It's something that you can't not feel. It's like an overwhelming warmth sensation that went through my soul and my spirit during that time. And I also saw some future relatives. They came in to comfort me, which is something very interesting, because I remember their faces, and I remember they were both around 8 to 10 years old. And you know what they came in to tell me was that they loved me, and that they knew about my journey, and that they would support me through my journey, and that they would always be there for me. And I could not forget their faces. So, obviously time goes on in the human aspect, being birthed, and, getting to see them was just like, wow. And it took me a few years to share that information with them, because I didn't know how they were going to receive it. Didn't know if they were going to think I was crazy, didn't know what, but I did it. But so I believe there are people that come in to comfort you, just to let you know that you're loved and you're cared for. And then one of the last things I want to share is that, prior to coming out of my mom's womb, Jesus, he said to me, he goes, "You are meant for big and beautiful things, my child. I send you out." And that to me was something I will absolutely never, ever forget. And it gets me a little emotional talking about it, because because it's something that you can't forget. um, and so coming out, that was something that, wired into my system, that they made sure that it was that impactful that I wouldn't forget. And I've had the humbled opportunity to do some spiritual concerts. And when I shared my story on stage, I had this gentleman come up to me at the very end, and this is important. I have to share this. Is that after I shared my story, this elderly gentleman came to me around 70-ish years old, I'll say, and he pulled me aside. And he goes, "Anita, can I talk to you?" And I said, "Absolutely." I go, "How can I help you?" And he goes, "I remember a message that was given to me very similar like that. And I thought I was crazy." And he's like, "Here, I've been holding it in for all these years." And he's like, "And when you said that, I teared up and I cried because I knew that I wasn't, and that we do receive messages from the divine." And so, yeah, I cried with him. It was a very emotional, connecting experience. But I do believe that, we have beings that come help us and assist us and are there and get us prepped for our human life in this energetic human, holographic dimension we call Earth. And yeah, so I think that, we all have these that are with us. I think it's just going back and going to that core and allowing yourself to explore it and to have an open heart and open mind at whatever truths that may unveil themselves that come along with that ride. So I don't know how that resonates with you, Dominique, my love, but that's the short version.
I have goosebumps from head to toe, and I'm just like, wow. And then to find someone who's so much older, who's already lived the majority of his life, holding that in, and then here you are, this fresh breath of air, and you just blow him away. Like you just blow away all those blocks and years of doubt and misunderstanding and fear, and in that moment his life changed. That's
You
so impactful.
Thank you for saying that. And I felt so grateful. I felt so humbled. And I think that was also like double confirmation for me, from telling my story. And even a gentleman going all those years, having that blockage removed for him during that healing, whatever transpired, whatever happened, to me just gives me confirmation that, we do have them. And I go with what I remember. I mean, I remember being in different cosmic realms before even coming back here, but that's another story for another time. But yeah, like, it's all in there. And we
Wow.
allow ourselves to remember. So yeah.
And as you were reading off all of the names of the galactics, I'm like, wow, I didn't even know about half of those. I'm like, who are all of these galactics? And I was just like,
Yeah.
wow. And how
Yeah.
do we connect with these galactics? I think is another question I have.
Absolutely. So, as of right now, if you've heard of the term light lingo or light language, I definitely speak that. We have all these different lovely languages and cultures around the globe. So, who's to say, there aren't, thousands of different languages with these beautiful light beings, right? So, currently, right now, I have 24 galactic ET races that I work with and I speak
Wow.
with. And so a lot of the work that I do with my clients are rewiring, reprogramming, ethereal surgical work. It's very in depth. And when you come, recommendation, open heart, open mind, and we empty everything out, basically gutting all the chakras out and really going back to the source of what makes you happy and what's going to bring you peace and joy in your life, and asking the questions of what's triggering you, what's upsetting you, how to get through them, what are the causes and the roots and the chords of them. So it's all integrated together. But connecting to these beautiful races, I feel I had already been connected to them prior to coming down into this earth life. But I feel through guided meditation, in opening up your heart to them, and one of the things I practice with my clients through that is just saying, you say your name. I, Anita Mayberry, would lovingly like to connect with you, and you name the species or being. And I have an open heart and open mind, and I would like to explore who you are and where you come from, and coming from a place of love, right? Coming from a place of love and gratitude, really grounding yourself in that energy, and trusting, right? That's the other thing, trusting your intuition and trusting the information that's coming in. Sometimes we can have all this awesome knowledge and information that may or may not resonate with us, but if we're not trusting our intuition on it, how can we really grow? So yeah, I say guided meditation. I say open heart, open mind. Being grateful and humbled at being in their presence, and all that beauty that goes along with it.
And Anita, do you feel like for those of people at home who are probably wondering is just like we have animal spirit guides and angels that guide us, do we all have galactics that are there and ready to work with us who have selected us to work with them?
I do, but I feel very guided in saying this, and I proceed in caution in saying this as well. Don't want to offend or harm or hurt anybody by any means. But I feel that, depending on what experiences and lessons and contracts you signed up for in this life, have a lot to do with your spiritual experience in that particular lifetime. If that makes sense, hope that does. But when you get to a point where you are open to the unknown, right? And doesn't have to be such a tangible thing, right? Your mind can explore these beautiful beings and allowing them to come in. And I do believe that. I do believe we all have them, but the timing, the divine timing in that is everything. Absolutely. It can be there, and you can be going through your lessons in life, and maybe you've had some harsh ones you signed up for, and you're just not in that mindset to connect with them or to hear them or to allow yourself to be open to them. So I don't know if that resonates with you, but
That does make sense. And
yes.
as far as like this womb memory, because you said you were born knowing or remembering,
Yeah.
so you were already conscious of this at a very early age. But for
Hmm.
those who don't remember, who have put guards up due to whatever traumas or blocks or soul contracts they've created, would it benefit them to try to discover that for themselves, what that experience was like? And
Well,
could they?
yeah, I do. It does take work. It takes work. It takes dedication. It's not something, I shouldn't say it's not something that doesn't happen overnight, because I do think amazing, phenomenal things do happen. But to dive into the womb, it's really trusting in yourself. It's really allowing yourself again to be open. I keep hearing them say being very open. And it is worth it, because that's the core. If you're able to clear the energy, if you're able to clear the blockages and the old programmings, even coming in from past lives and past experiences, I think it's extremely crucial. It's where it begins for you, at least. I am not. I'm not going to say that there's an actual timestamp, or whatever in this dimension. But I do feel very guided that it's something that would be beneficial. Absolutely, absolutely. And I think there'd be a lot of aha moments for a lot of those out there, if they gave it a shot and they allow themselves to explore what that experience may have been for them. Absolutely.
Wow. So you guys know now it's worth contacting the Galactics if you feel like that's your path and it's the right timing for you. It's definitely worth going back into the womb and seeing and experiencing that. And I'm sure you'll probably discover so many things and go, "Wow, I wasn't even aware of this until you actually did it."
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, I think that's amazing. If you guys have any questions for Anita, please put it in the comment section below and let us know what your questions are. And Anita, when you started to share this story with the people around you for the first time,
Yeah.
um, what what advice would you give for someone at home who maybe has a similar story or is still in the spiritual closet, and they're not sure how to come out of that closet?
I just want to say they're not alone. I think that's one of the biggest things you can share with people, is that you're not alone. And I have so many different walks of life. And when I say different walks of life, Dominique, all different walks of life. And I think when you have somebody that can at least hold a space of love and compassion and non judgment, it makes it that much easier for that person to share their experiences or their stories or their thoughts. And there's all different kinds of communities that are out there that can, help you and assist you and make you feel at home. I think that's also another key factor. There's times in this particular earth life where I'm like, I want to peace out. Like this earth life it can be very harsh. I called it harsh love coming in. But very grateful to obviously be here. But yeah, it's definitely a journey and an experience. And again, you're not alone, and your story and your feelings are very, very important, just as important as anybody else's. So
That's sage advice. Thank you. We have a question here from Nicole. How do you clear blockages to find your own experience in the womb?
okay, how do you clear your blockages to find your okay, yes. And Nicole, I love you. So yes, so that's a great question. So I work a lot with the inner child and the inner children, right? So when we get triggered, usually there is something that is creating a feeling or emotion that could be sad, angry, frustrated, mad, resentful, all of those things, right? Going through and finding the trigger and which inner child is holding that experience. Could be inner child from 6 years old, 10 years old, 18 years old, that was abandoned. Maybe their mom or their dad left them. Maybe they experienced a time where they didn't feel accepted or they didn't feel loved, right? So removing these blockages, this is part of the path of the inner child and the inner children work, going to each one. And when I do work with my clients, they actually start to say to me, get text messages and emails. Yeah, my inner child of 6 years old threw a tantrum. Like she was not happy that I repeated that cycle in that relationship. She's like, enough is enough. Like I want to be loved and accepted. So these blockages and these cycles that are repetitive, right? Once they get healed and they're transmuted and there's forgiveness on both ends, both with yourself and you're able to forgive the other person, right? You're able to get closer and closer to the womb. It's like literally a time travel. You're going back through, but with each one, it opens up your third eye. It opens up your crown. It opens up your vocality and your throat chakra, expressing your truth and allowing yourself to be heard and your feelings not to be dismissed. Right? Because that's a huge one for so many. They felt a lot of times their feelings were dismissed and that they weren't important, right? And going through all of those steps to get there. So that's a little bit of a tidbit, but each inner child you work with gets you closer to that freedom of trusting and exploring and having peace. Absolutely.
Thank you. And you actually have another question here.
Oh, yay. Oh, when did you realize you could enter? Oh, I love that. Hi, hi, Karen. So I have to say, for me, that was probably a good um, 8 years ago, 8 to 9 years ago. It was shortly after I opened up my spiritual closet door and I came out. I went through a very expedited course. Like they were like, we got to get you going. Like you got places to be, people to see, things to do, travels to happen, all of that. And
Child.
yeah, and yeah, exactly. And I found myself going through this meditative state where I was doing, mantras from Buddha and Goddess Lakshmi, and when I was doing the mantras, I felt like that tongue opened up something inside of me, and whenever
Mm.
I allowed myself to just spew out, kind of this language, I was like, oh my gosh, this is my home language. It felt like my first language before even speaking English. And when I started to speak the light language, I noticed that the beings were coming in even stronger than they were before, and being able to connect with them. And I can speak it and translate it too, so it's this knowing of what you're saying, and it's not just mumbo jumbo. It's actually meaning, and sometimes they do it through symbols. Light language, it's not just through verbiage and vocality. It can be through symbolism. It can be through light energy. It can be through telepathy. So there's different forms of it, and depending on where you're at on your spiritual path and what you're open to receiving and accepting and exploring, will expand will expand that tool in your spiritual toolkit, as I like to call it.
That's a good word for it. The spiritual toolkit.
Yes.
So speaking about all of this inner child work and getting to tap into your inner child, this is that time of the night where I make my guests very uncomfortable.
Awesome.
So we're going to be now pressing a psychic question to Anita and all of you guys at home to work with your inner child. And all you have to do is place your hand on your heart, invite your inner child up in a moment, and we're going to go ahead and the Apollo game. Okay, all nice and prepped now. So everybody at home, I'm going to give you guys this question. It's a psychic development question, an intuition building question. And all you guys have to do is put the answer in the comment section below. But if you win, or if Anita wins, you're going to get from me a one-of-a-kind, truly certified, uniquely embossed, social distancing high five. Okay, but it's limited edition. So you have to make sure that you win in order to get this very special high five right here. Okay, so here's the question. All you guys have to do is guess what color is beneath the card. Here you go.
What color is this card? Is it red, green, yellow, or blue? Put your comments in the comment section below.
Okay, guys, you have till the end of this music to put your answer in. No pressure, but okay, a little bit. Okay. Hi, Daisy. There's never late. Everything's on time.
Oh, I love you, Daisy.
So we have Philly Doug saying yellow all day. Don't let these answers influence you, Anita. We have Nicole saying yellow. We have Latimer saying blue. We have Ashley team red. Carol's team blue. Daisy is team yellow. Brenda's like, she doesn't know. She's just like, gee. I love it, Brenda. So what do you say, Anita? What color are you going with? And they were red, green, yellow, blue.
I don't know. I actually felt the red. I don't know why. Maybe it's because you're in this beautiful red hue tonight. It's just emulating through you and your whole entire place. So I don't know, but I feel red.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
I
let's
don't know.
see. No, I love it. I love it. I love the confidence here. I don't know, but red. I love it. Okay, guys, let's see what the answer is.
What color is this card? Is it red, green, yellow, or blue? Put your comments in the comment section below. Reveal time. Did you say yellow?
It's yellow. Oh,
this shirt tricked you. Oh no,
I did. I was like feeling the red vibe.
And for you guys at home, I'm a lady of my word. Social distancing high five for all of you guys at home. For you, because there was a lot of yellow pickers today. You guys did such a good job, everybody. Woohoo! Yeah, all the team yellow. That was amazing. Thank you guys for playing that with us. This is just a little taste to, not take life so serious. It's not about winning or losing. It's just about the experience.
Absolutely.
And speaking about the experience, if there is anybody at home who would love to work with Anita and her beautiful, sparkling angel energy, Anita, go ahead and shamelessly plug yourself now.
Okay. Yes. So we have a website here, starlightproductions.net, as well as angelairnetwork@gmail.com. So if you have any questions about tonight's show or you're intrigued by the work that I do, feel free to give that a shout. And then Instagram is Anita Sparkles 12, not surprising there, and Facebook Anita Mayberry. So yeah, go ahead, hit me up, and if there's anything you guys have questions about, I'm happy to answer them.
And Anita, what are some services that you offer?
Yeah, so there's quite a few. I think a lot of it depends on where a soul is currently on their path and on their journey. So again, working with the inner child, helping to release blockages, helping to release layers, shedding of layers, anything and everything that no longer resonates with you emotionally. Really working on exploring and expanding your soul. I do thorough surgical work with the galactic beings that I'm connected to. So really going in, clearing out the chakras, doing a lot of reprogramming, rewiring, all of that. So yeah, and if there's something specific or a specific intention that you would like to set for a session, I'm happy to work on that as well. So whatever you're looking for, I feel like there's quite a few things I can offer. Absolutely.
Yes, I love it. It's like the variety spice rack.
Yeah.
You got it all in one nice little spiritual toolkit right there. Boom.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, guys. Thank you, Nita, for being here. Don't go anywhere just yet. We're just going to put you back in the green room, and we're going to invite you back after the midweek collective energy check-in with your final thoughts on going into 2021, since we're so close to the end of the madness. Okay. Okay, guys, this is a part of the segment where we bring the collective energy check-in. This is the midweek check-in, and basically just letting you know what the energy is for the rest of the week. So let's go. Okay, guys, here we are with the midweek energy collective check-in just for you guys. And we're starting off with the strength card, number 8 strength card. And also this is vibrating with the energy, astrological energy of Leo. This is about intuition, connectedness, animals, intellect, and all of things strength. I find that very interesting that the animal word is on this card, because I feel like for many of us, this is like saying it's time to work with your power animal. And a lot of us don't know what that is, but feel free to find, if you have my YouTube as the Oracle of Apollo, but there are plenty of learning who your power animals are so that way you can embody them. But we have a lot of strength happening here in the beginning of a week. And I feel like coming into this next conjunction with the Saturn and Jupiter alignment, we're already here, right? So it's taken a lot of strength just to get here, guys. And I know that this has been an arduous year for most of us, but you know what? You've gotten over it. You've gotten this far, so keep moving ahead. The next card we have here is saying you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north with this beautiful card coming in here. You're having volume issues, Robin. Okay, but if everybody else can hear me, fantastic. Make sure that you're not overthinking the process. You're already there. You're already doing it. Just like Anita said, she remembered all of these past things and she brought them forward. Everything is already inside of you that you need. It's just about remembering. So don't overthink it. And if things are feeling kind of slow for you right now, that's okay. This is winter. It's a time to rest. It's a time to recuperate. It's a time to take a look and make plans, but not yet the time to take action. So don't worry about having to do so much. Just take a step back and admire how far you've come. The year's ending, and look at all of the blessings that have ensued up to this point. You have food in your house, a roof over your head. You may not be exactly where you want, and it may not be the food that you desire, but you have something, and that is something to be grateful and blessed for. All right, see, just like the rest period, like I just explained, this is a time for healing with this balsamic moon card. Just letting you guys know, it may not feel like things are moving fast. And when things aren't moving fast, because that's a time for us to redirect the energy and look within ourselves and allow us to heal. Looking within ourselves is going to allow us to say what we should allow in our life, what we shouldn't allow in our lives. I feel like this is a stage of planning to see where we can expand our lives at. The ancestor, the totem animal for the week rather, is accept your magnificence. And no shock here, this is the angel Raphael, and we have the tiger energy. We started off with the number 8, which is the strength card, but also the Leo energy, and then we have tiger. So this is about being ferocious. This is about being confident. You see tiger touches the ground with 4 paws. She's very in tune with the way the Mother Earth is. She's adapted. She's intuitive. She's knowing. She can feel the vibrations beneath her and knows exactly when to strike when the opportunity presents itself and not before. Otherwise, she would miss her meal, or in this case, maybe particular opportunities in your situation. Girl, girl, hermit, recharge and relax. This is exactly, they are just basically repeating what I said. This is a time for resting, recuperating, taking inventory, emotional inventory. What are my next choices to expand? What are my next choices to move forward? And then see where you are. Be honest and genuine with yourself right now in this moment in time, and be prepared, because there's release coming. Power is coming with this conjunction happening. The great age of Aquarius that we've been all waiting for is taking place now. This is going to be something that's going to be written about in books in the future. This is going to be a time of innovation. It's a time of futurism. This is going to be a time of momentum and power. But right now we have to prepare. We have to get all the I's dotted and all the T's crossed, and make sure that we're ready for what's unfolding in the next chapter. Otherwise, we'll miss the whole point. And it's not about the end conclusion, but it's all about the journey. And so make sure that you guys are appreciating that journey and not so far ahead that you're missing the point, which is about all of the blessings and the lessons that are arising now in this moment in time. And that's what I have for you guys today for the midweek collective energy check-in. And let me pull your blessings. We have the blessings for the rest of the week. It is Angel Ariel blessing everybody with unity, togetherness, assistance, friendships, family, and Angel Daniel blessing us with divinity. So these are your blessing, and all you have to do is claim it. Angels would like to help you, but they can't unless you ask. So make sure you claim that in the comment section below so that the angels know that you're here for it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for that. And let's bring Anita back on with her final thoughts. You're back.
Hi.
So how do you feel about that? Or is there anything you want to add? Maybe something intuitive, or maybe something you've been picking up?
Yes, thank you for that. I appreciate that. I actually really would. So I feel that a lot of people who are intuitive or exploring their spirituality, especially during, everything going on globally right now, there is loads of downloads, loads of shifting. So much of our higher being is asking for us to shed and release lower vibrational frequencies, energies, experiences, letting people go that no longer resonate with us, allowing our souls to soar to that higher vibrational frequency. And we're not done yet. We're not out of the woods yet. We still got a few weeks left here in the month of December. And they're really pushing on the cosmic level for 2021 for us to feel empowered, for us to feel confident and grounded in our path and in our journey and in who we are. And I feel very guided to say that so many of you are going through it right now, but words of wisdom right now and advice I can give you is hang in there. I feel very guided that spring of 2021 is going to be a breath of fresh air for us. I have my own feelings and thoughts on the famous virus going around right now. I'll keep that to myself. But however, I do feel that, we've got some beautiful things that are headed our way, and just know you're not alone. Okay. So as you're going through this, and there are many of you who are feeling very down and in the dumps, go internally, ask yourself why you're feeling this way. Ask yourself what's going to make you happy. Maybe you don't even know the answer to that, but trust in yourself to go and do that inner homework and dive deep into your soul and spend some time. Do that self-care. Okay. Do the self-care. Take care of you. When you take care of you first, you're then able to help and assist and spread that energy to others. But when we are not taking care of ourselves and we are stringing along, what good are we, right? So allow yourself to feel the love for yourself. Give yourself that self-love and that self-care right now, and sending out endless blessings to everybody right now. Peace, joy, opulence, right? Grounding, healing, right? All the beautiful vibrations and frequencies, sending that out to every single one of you. Again, you're not alone.
Thank you, Anita. That's a beautiful summarization of that. Summarization. I'm making up words. But yeah, we'll go with it. But thank you for that, really. And it's tying the beginning card of the show today, the good news, and what we've been talking about going back and looking within and taking that time and expressing it and being authentic. And I feel like all of this is just wrapped up in a beautiful gift for everyone today listening. And I really hope that all of you guys at home, that this serves you. Divine Encounters live stream every Wednesday and Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm doing this from the bottom of my heart because I have been alone. I have felt the crazy one. And so this is connecting us all, even though we're not in the physical place. There are many candles, but the light is still one. Okay. So thank you all for being here. I hope you guys tune in Sunday night for your horoscope predictions and blessings. It's not your normal regular horoscope because you're getting blessings with it. And next week, we're going to be having a very special guest. He has his own show and he's all about breaking things down. And we're going to talk to him Wednesday night at 7 p.m. So I hope you guys come in and check that out. From me above else, may you all go and create divine experiences. And remember, to know thyself is to love thyself. And remember, the divine always has your back. Ciao.
I am